Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Callie, and today I'm going to go over all of my books that I have picked out for my TBR for my owls. So just like Sarah had posted, I'll link hers down below. We are participating in the Owls this year, which is set up by G at Book Roast. I will link that video with all the information down below as well. So this is just like this big fun month-long readathon that correlate with taking your owls at Hogwarts. So G over at Book Roast has created a bunch of different wizarding careers and the different classes that you need to take to achieve those careers. So I was unable to participate in this last year as I found out about it way too late to create a TBR and like actually do anything. So I'm really excited to participate in it this year, and then I can also take my newts, which happens in I believe sometime in August, to fulfill these careers. So I went very ambitious. I have been doing a ton of reading due to the fact that we are quarantined. So I decided to go a little bit above and beyond with my TBR, even though I do have a couple of copies that I'm doing for that. I chose to do 4 things with the owls. So I chose 2 careers, so basically like double majoring in Magical Tome Keeper and Healer are the main 2. So for Magical Tome Keeper, there are 4 classes, and the first one is Ancient Runes, which is to have a heart on the cover. So I am reading all the stars and teeth. There is a heart like hidden in here in like the hilt of the dagger. So I'm choosing this. This is also my owl crate, so I try and read at least 1 owl crate a month so that I can kind of keep up with it. So very excited about this. This is a girl who is a princess in the kingdom, but she is supposed to have this specific type of magic, but when her magic awakens, it is the complete opposite of what she is supposed to have. And there's pirates and seafaring and mermaids, from what I understand, in a mermaid tale. I was interested. The next class that I am taking is Charms, which is a book with a white cover. So I am choosing our book of the month for the Badger and Serpent Book Club, which is Nevernight by Kristoff. This is an adult fantasy book with assassins, assassin schools. I am expecting Throne of Glass in adult form from this. I've heard nothing but really good things. I really like Kristoff and Amy Kaufman's book in the past, so I'm excited to see if I like Kristoff all on his own. Next is History of Magic. So History of Magic's prompt is to read a book about witches. So I am currently rereading Throne of Glass, so I picked the book Empire of Storms, and that has witches as we have Manon in it. And I love Manon. She's great and very witchy because she's a witch. And the last class for Magical Tomes is Transfiguration, which is to read a book with shape-shifting. So again, with my reread of Throne of Glass, I chose Tower of Dawn by Sarah J. Maas, which is the book after Empire of Storms, which there are shapeshifters in this story. Even though we have Lysandra, we have a couple of different types of shapeshifters who we meet in this book. Those are the 4 classes I need to be a Magical Tome Keeper. The next major that I'm doing, or career, is Healer. And for Healer, there was a ton of classes to do, but a lot of them overlap. So the first one is Herbology, which is read a book that starts with the letter M. I chose Mermaid Moon by Susann Cokal. It's called Mermaid Moon. Of course I'm going to read it. So it just hasn't arrived at my house yet. I'm very excited about it. Charms, which I've already gone over. I am reading Nevernight. So the next class is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and that is to read a book at the sea or coast. So I chose These Rebel Waves by Sara Raash. This is a pirate seafaring story. That's about all I know about it. It's been on my TBR for a while. Potions class is next, and that is to read a book under 150 pages. So I am reading The Tea Dragon Festival. This is the sequel to The Tea Dragon Society, which is just this really cute graphic novel where dragons in this world produce leaves that are made for tea. It's really cute. The first one was adorable and I got it in an owl crate. and it was really fun. And then we have Transfiguration, which for that I am reading Tower of Dawn, as previously mentioned. For a healer, they also need 3 extra classes. So I chose to double up on Ancient Runes and History of Magic, so then I only chose 1 extra, which was Astronomy, which was to read a book at night. So I chose Imagine Me by Tahereh Mafi, which I've actually already finished. I read this in 1 sitting a couple nights ago. So filled up that prompt. This is the final book in the Shatter Me series. I have thoughts and feelings, but we'll get to that later. And that's it for the healer one. So I thought that it was a fair amount of books, but like I said, I wanted to go a little bit above and beyond. So G had a couple of extra fun things for us to do. So I chose to go with Mermaid Linguistics, which was just the Herbology class, which was Mermaid Moon, which I thought fit in perfectly for this. And the last thing that I decided to do was Animagus training. So this was a way to figure out what your Animagus is. I already know what it is. I will reveal that during the wrap-ups. But this one required 3 subjects, and really only one of them was a new one, and that was Arithmancy, which was to read a book outside of your favorite genre. So I am reading The Luxe by Godberson. This is a YA historical fiction. I typically don't read a lot of historical fiction. I read historical fantasy, and I don't read a lot of YA historical fiction. It is not typically in my repertoire. I read a lot of adult historical fiction, really only by 1 author though. So I felt that this fit. This is supposed to take place in 1899 New York, and it gave me very Gossip Girl kind of feels. So we'll see how this goes. And the other 2 for Animagus training was Potions, which was the Tea Dragon Festival, and Transfiguration, which I interchangeably used Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn for those 2 prompts because there's both witches and shapeshifting in both of the books. So those were all the classes that I am taking for my OWLs. I'm really excited to actually be able to participate. I had a lot of fun choosing the TBR for this, and I'm just super pumped to take my OWLs and be a magical tome keeper and a healer, which is an interesting double major, but I know Sarah's doing curse-breaking librarian, so we're kind of on the same wavelength, which is very interesting. So, yep, for the rest of this month, due to COVID-19, we are doing all of our own separate videos, but we will still be putting out content for the rest of this month, and we will reevaluate as more and more news comes out. So please stay safe and stay healthy and stay 6 feet away from other human beings. So feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. All of our links and everything I've mentioned will be down below in the description, so feel free to check out all of those, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye!